In this video, we're going to be looking at the product rule of counting, which sounds worse than it is. Honestly, the product rule just means multiply. So product in maths means times. So the classic example that they have in the exam is that you might have 2 starters from a menu, 4 mains, and 3 desserts. And they want to know how many different combinations of meal could you have. So as an example, like we could do a probability tree idea, 2 starters, each of those has 4 mains, and each of those has 3 desserts. That's the kind of idea that we're doing here. Obviously this is looking a little bit unwieldy, but this is all of the different combinations in this case. Okay, and we don't want to be drawing this in the exam, especially if the numbers are large. So we can just apply the product rule and multiply. 2 times 4 is 8, times 3 is 24 combinations. Okay, so it's as simple as that. The examples that come up in the exam can be strange. It might be different models of car based on the color and the wheels and the boot and whatever. It'd just be crazy, but you'll be asked to look at the different combinations, and so we just multiply. And the only variation we can really have on this is that instead of, say, giving us the 3 desserts, they might tell us there's 2 starters, 4 mains, and there's 24 possible combinations. How many desserts would we need? And so we can just go 2 times 4 times desserts equals 24. 8 times desserts, 24, divide by 8. 24 divided by 8 is equal to 3. You don't need to use algebra for that. You can sort of divide by 2 and divide by 4, and that will leave you with the 3 that you need. But that's the main type of question that you get from the product rule. There is one exception to this that's come out recently, where you might have 30 students in a class and they want to pick 3 students. How many different possible combinations can we have? So if you pick a student from a class, even if you do it at exactly the same time, we're actually doing 30, 1 out of 30 for the first person. And then we remove 1. Imagine you take them out of the class, then you've got a 1 in 29 chance of picking a student. So there's 30 times 29 different ways of picking 2 students. If you needed a third, we times by 28. So that's the different combinations you can have from choosing students in a class. That's come up a couple of times in the last 3 or 4 years, so I just thought I'd mention that one as well.